Okay, so good morning and good evening, everybody, and welcome back in today's class. Today's class is going to be very interesting for everybody because we're going to be discuss a topic of integration. Okay, when I say about the integration, what this means? Integration in a simple, in a layman language, connection between system A and system B, so that they can talk to each other. They can pass the data with each other. Like if you remember that in the early days, we have a lot of integration with our neighbors. If we are nobody at home, we can go and stay at their house for time being. We play with them, with their kids. The parents talk with each other. We passes the thing, some sweets, some food item, all the things we do. And we passes the emotions as well, talks as well, do the communication as well. It means integration, if I say in our ServiceNow world, combining is not the right word. Communicating with any other tool is called the integration. Now the question comes, what does this other tool mean here? So what I will call this other tool, it is called the third party tool. Any other tool or any other than okay, any tool other than ServiceNow, if I want to communicate, I will call this as a third party tool because it is not managed by ServiceNow, it is managed by some other company. It means with the help of the integration, we can do linking between ServiceNow and other tool like BMC, Jira, Salesforce, Power BI, ServiceNow as well. Some other tool you can pick up, we can do that part. Even though you will surprised to know that nowadays people are able to do the ServiceNow integration with WhatsApp as well. Your Teams, Microsoft Teams, which are using the official world, we can do that integration with that as well. Okay, so this is what is basically integration meaning here. Okay, so let's say in our case, what we'll do, we will do the ServiceNow to ServiceNow integration only because I don't have any other tool available with me, but we will do ServiceNow to ServiceNow integration. So it means I have a ServiceNow instance dev 86271 and we have another instance dev 14623. Let's say this is now. So what we want to do, what we want to achieve, that if I create any incident here, it should be created here as well. If anything update here, it should be updated as well. Being a consultant, what my work here? Let's forget about a developer. Being a consultant, what is my work? Let's say there is a river. Okay, one side river, the one side of the river, second side of the river. Now I want to make a bridge over that so that people can communicate each other via the help of the bridge. Being a consultant, what I need to be do? Number one, I need to be understand what is the land situation on the other side and this side. Number one. Number two, I need to be see what work required on the both of the side. Number three, what type of bridge I can make it. Maybe it's a with the help of only iron, maybe some cemented bridge, maybe some concrete bridge kind of things I have to be do. In the same manner, When we talk about integration as a business analyst, I have to be see what is the other third party tool with whom I'm going to do the integration. But before that, most important, I will ask a question to the business. Why we need this integration? Because it is easy to listen. Oh, wow, we're doing integration, but it is tough to do. And also it depends on the module you're going to pick up it. So will come in that stage as well little later. Okay. So the first question comes, why we need this integration? Cannot we remove the other third party tool and use ServiceNow for all the communication? Means, so let's say, take example. I have a 200 songs in my mobile phone. Now I want to transfer those songs in the laptop. Is it not any way available if I play those songs on my mobile, but I can see the display or the video on the laptop instead of transferring all this data from one device to another device? This is very much important from the business analyst perspective. Being a consultant, we have to be drive this from the process part. Let me give one more example. Okay. Being a gentleman, Rajesh know how to make a cup of tea. Let's say Rajesh is from the south part of India. Okay. And Namrata is the north part of from the north part of India. Okay. They both know how to make a cup of tea, but the process can be different. Maybe in the north, when Namrata make a cup of tea, she boil the water, she put the tea, she put the milk with this that time only, and then she boil again. But in the south side, they make it like a black coffee, and once they put the black coffee in the cups, on the top of that they put the milk. At last it's a tea only, but the process is different. That is the first point. As a BA we have to be understand that what the process running on that other third party tool. I tell you what is, if anybody of you work in the BMC remedy, there is a major difference of the remedy incident management process and the ServiceNow incident management process. In ServiceNow, we don't have a state called assigned to. In BMC remedy, we have a state called assigned to. Now, how to do the integration? This is what the BA come. This is what the BA come. Let's say I bring some toy for my kid. Okay, he was not at the home. So I told to my wife, hey, could you please quickly pack this, because I want to show her as well that what I bring, and say that you bring these toys. What I'm doing the data massaging on the top. Even I did not bring it. I know that he already have these kind of toys in the other room. He don't know that we have or not. So I just go in the other room, bring it, pack it, and say, this is what I bring it for you. What I'm doing the data massaging, changing the data when it's actually coming to the service now. Or BMC remedy. It means if from the remedy I'm passing the state is called state is called assigned to, which is not available in ServiceNow, then what to do? Then in a place I created temporary table. I said, okay, you send the data, I do the data massaging. And then it come there I do the data messaging, convert that in progress, assign to the in progress, and then add it in the service now. These are second level changes. Or I can say these are third level changes. So now, before we start the integration, we should know of one more point. Which tool I need to be integrate? I want to send a letter to Rajesh. What is most important in that letter I need? Can anybody tell me? What is the most important in that letter I should know? Address of Rajesh. Where to send? Content matter, but after the address. If I don't have an address, then to whom I will send it? Right? This is what we have to be understand now. Now the last point which come here, how this integration work. So there's a term called API. I guess it is application performance or performing interface. Something the name is the API. What this work, it brings it takes the data from here and then deliver to here. Bring the data from here and deliver to here. This is what it do. So like if you remember, I gave example earlier as well. Waiters in the restaurants, they are the API. The chef don't know who is going to consume this dish, right? And you as a customer don't know who is going to prepare this dish for you. But it is the waiter who make a bridge between these two. He take the order, go to the kitchen, bring the order, serve to you. You eat, you praise, cook created, he happy, prepared, he happy, you eat. Then at last, you pay the bill and that's all. This is what the API. Nowadays, we have two type of APIs we generally use. REST and the SOAP. Truly speaking, I still don't know the technical definition, technical difference between these two. But what I know is that REST APIs are mainly used, not the SOAP one. And in that, we are using the JSON format to passing the values. With my best experience and knowledge, I try to explain these things. But let's see how much I can deliver it. So now from the consultant perspective, things should be clear in your mind. Number one, why we need this integration. Number one point. Number two, what are the third-party tool with whom we're going to do the integration. Number three, we need the endpoint URL. Endpoint means address, actual address of that particular integration. And then as a process consultant, we need to do the flow to flow level mapping. That what is the flow of the incident in ServiceNow and what is the flow of the incident in BMC Remedy and Jira or X tool. Once you understand the flow, then you do the table level mapping. Which table I need to map from ServiceNow and which table I need to map to third party tool. And then we go the field level value mapping. The drop downs which I said. New to new, in progress to in progress, assign to assign, close to close, cancel to cancel, resolve to resolve. This is what we have to do. See, system don't know anything, I'm telling you. It is you and me who are going to be build the system. So don't think that Atul, let's say I'm doing the integration of ServiceNow and ServiceNow. It doesn't mean system will understand that new I have to come to the new. No, it is you have to be tell. It's you have to be tell to the system that boss, map this state with this state, map this table with this table, map this field with this field. This is what integration do. Now for this particular session perspective, we are going to do an integration, a very small integration to create an incident in my instance, and it should be get created in the Namrata's instance on the runtime as well. We try for the runtime as well. Okay. Now the question comes how to do this, start this integration. Do we need to be create the APIs every time? No. Now ServiceNow is so powerful, they are giving us out of the box APIs as well. You have to just put your fields, table, and you're done. So for this, what we have to do? Come here and REST API Explorer. This is what the API Explorer is there. Let me give you the little background that how it's work, because we are going to be use this for our purpose. So it says what is the namespace? It is something like which API you're using. Are you using ServiceNow or some other APIs? I'm saying I'm using some ServiceNow API. Means I'm going to create the API with the help of ServiceNow only. Or you want to use some change API, some change model API, some change REST API. So you can find a little bit more APIs here. Okay, so for our case, I'm going to be use the now correct API name. It should be on the table specific. This is a table API I'm creating because I'm doing a table to table level mapping. API version is the latest. Okay, now this thing is important. If you see there's a word called CRUD, CRUD. It means create, read, update, and delete. What you want to do? Let's say I go to Rajesh house. I just have a discussion and come back. It is a update API because I want to update him. That's fine. No. Rajesh and family came from the vacation after 2 weeks. They're so tired and they asked me, Atul, can you come and make some food for us? We are so tired. In this case, I'm doing the creation part. Read. They asked me that Atul, can you bring some food outside for us? I can bring and just give to them. It's a read one. So these are the basic methods which has been used in the API. See, when you do the integration, either you create a record, either you update a record, either you delete a record, or either you just inquiry the record. Nothing else you will do. Okay, so if we want to get some information from the third party tool, from this tool, let's say I want an incident has been created here. I want that to be updated here as well. Then I will use the get method. If you want to send a record from my instance to Namrata's instance, then you will use the post method. Simple, it's a normal, what I can say, protocols kind of things. Modify to update the record. In that case, you use the put method. And if you want to delete, then you will use the delete method. Now I will give you homework. What is the difference between patch method and the put method? and why there are two methods has been given. See, what is the same? Modify a record, update a record. But what this mean? What is the meaning of the modify and what is the meaning of update? Read it somewhere. You will get the answer. This is a question has been asked to me in the interview. So I was just new in this integration areas. And I say in the interview, yes, I know about integration. He says, okay, tell me, what is the difference between, what are the different methods available in the API? So generally we say get, post, delete, and put. Then the person says, do you know there is another method called the patch? I said, yes, I read about this. What is the difference between put and patch? I was gone. So think and read about this. What is the difference between put and patch? This is the, maybe you will be surprising and complaining as well. Although you're not giving any answer to us. Yes, I'm not giving. Because I'm running this batch with a different flavor. Generally, I do this session the last day of the training. But this time I want to make a change in the content. So read about this. Now, in our practical part, we're going to be use the post method. Because I'll create one incident in my instance. It should be get created in the Namrata's instance. Let's go. So now you can say it become the post method. Okay. It says on which table you want to run this. I want to run on the incident table. This one. When you're creating the, see, I'm preparing the prepare request. So what does this mean? Like you are going to the college and your mom says, Rajesh, can you bring some stuff for the house? Okay, tell me mom, what do you want? So mom says you have to bring the grocery. So grocery is the one table. In the grocery, you have to bring XYZ things. You have to go to only one shop because this API work only for the, sorry, this API will work with multiple shops. But the problem is that for every shop, you have to put the different endpoint URL when we create the message. So if I say what I'm doing, I'm preparing a letter. That in a letter, I need to be send a name to whom I'm sending it. And then I'm putting the content of the letters. What should the display value, exclude links, what are the fields? Again, I have no much idea on that part. I try to be learned, but still I always confuse. So better I did not give any answer on that part. This is what important here. Request headers. In a letter, the important points are two. Let's say you receive a letter from a bank. Two addresses are there. One is your address and another is a bank address. And it has been mentioned. If undelivered, please return this letter to this. If person is not on this address, please return the letter to this one. This is what the request header. How you want to send the request format? I said I'm sending the REST, but in the JSON format, not XML. I'm sending the JSON format. How you want to receive a response? In the same format, in the JSON. Good, good. Now click on the gone. Okay, this is done. Now let's click on the send. Modified data confirm to continue. Yes, what I'm doing, I am sending the dummy record. I'm creating a dummy record. So you can see I got a 201. This thing. What I did, let me revise this part. So I told that I want to send a letter. Okay, like if you remember that when we were kid, our parents told you can send, you know that you can send a letter to the God as well. Okay. Yes, you can send. You start, you write some letter to God and we will post you. We will post for you. This is what we are doing. We are creating a letter structure only. That what is the letter name or what is the letter heading, to whom it should go, in which format. I said JSON. If the response came, it should receive in the JSON format. Now I want to test, is that letter is working or not? So what I did, if you see in the top, I am sending the letter to myself only. This is the way that my parents teach me. They says, you know that how this post office works? I said, no. Okay, do one thing. Write a letter and put your own address. I said, okay. And then my father take me to the post office. We put the letter in the letterbox, and after one day, I received the same letter at my address. This is what we are doing. As of now, we did not do any integration. We are just checking in our instance itself that this API is working or not. And if you see, so what we did with the send, we just say, okay, these are the parameters, this is a table, and I want to test it. Is it be working or not? So this thing API has been created now. So you can see, because all these are default parameters. Now you can see, and this is the response body completely. Let's open the incident table in the parallel. And let's see, because now you see, if you send a letter to your address, definitely you're going to receive it. So we will see, did I receive the letter or not? So Lavana, right? See, this is what 3 minutes ago. Everything is like this. So it means I created a letter. I go to post office. The address was mine myself, and I received the letter at my address. It means now I understand how the letterbox or how the post office work. So now what I have to do? I have to just make a change in the address and send it. So now what I will do? I will send a letter to the Namrata's instance. Let me copy this. And to do this part, we have to create a message. REST messages outbound. I'm sending outside, not inside. So click here. Let me come here for a minute. Any doubt, any question till this point? I don't want you should be confused anywhere in this discussion. It is I'm making very simple and easy to understand, even though it is very basic, very basic. But remember, you do the integration of anything in ServiceNow, the fundamental will be same always. Yes. Any question now? Rajesh, Namrata, Trevor, Pooja, Will.
I'm good at this point in time.
Great. Trevor, any question from your side?
No, I am good.
Good. So now the second part of this part is that I want to send this letter to Namrata's instance. So this is what I have Namrata instance. This one. Okay. Now go here and click on the new outbound message. Okay. Let's say I put Namrata is dev 143957. Right? Yes, 3957. You can put the description and here you put the endpoint. This is the reason I copy paste it from there. Because API has been created, I have to just change the link now. 143957. that when I use this message, it should create this API automatically and send the message to Namrata's instance. But now the problem, let me save this for a minute as of now. But now the problem is that, let's say Namrata invited me at home for the dinner with family. I go to Namrata's area, go to Namrata's society, and the guard stopped me. Hey, who are you? Where you want to go? I said one of my friend Namrata's. This is the address. Invited me for the dinner. Okay, let me call and check. The guard will call to Namrata's extension or maybe the interphone and will confirm. Hello, ma'am. Have you invited anybody? Some guests are waiting outside. Namrata says, guest? What is the name? Some Atul is there. No. I don't know. I don't know any Atul. Please don't allow. It means my authentication fail here. I cannot go and have a dinner at Namrata's house. Then I told to guard again, hey, tell them that I am Atul who work with Namrata on a training program. The guard called again and told the same thing. Oh, yes, please send him to the my address. This is what the authentication pass. So before this message go to this address, I need to prove the authentication and you have to create the profile here. So we can do two type of authentication, basic and auth 2. Auth 2 basically multi-factor authentication, I can say. Some tokens and some other things will be there, but in our purpose, we are just doing the basic one. Click on the basic. And to do this part, because it is a one-time activity. Let's say, I give an example. Let's say there is a marriage in Rajesh house. He's staying in a society and that is completely secure society. Now, before the marriage day or 1 or 2 days before, a lot of guests came in Rajesh house. If every time every guest make an entry on the security gate, it is tough for Rajesh to be approved the request every time. So what Rajesh says to the guard, hey, there's a function in my house. These are the few family members who will go in the market and come every time. Don't ask for the approval again and again. So this is what I'm preparing the authentication profile here. So I will create a new profile here. Click on the new. I said it is a dev 143957 where the username is Atul G, password is save. So that every time this authentication should be work for me and update. And I use this. Chalo, authentication is done. Let me save this. Address done, authentication done. So now what is the next part? I want to send a letter to Rajesh. I got the Rajesh address, complete details and everything. Now the next part is what I want to deliver, what I want to be write in that letter. That is important. So now let's come here and create a new method because I want to post it from here. Namrata want to receive at point of time. It is default get method. So what we can do, let me come back. Okay. Why it's not working? Let me open another window and then click on the new. Now I want to create a post method here. Okay, so I put post inc and I want to use the method as a post because for our scenario, we are going to be use just one method as of now. And endpoint is this 143957. What it's saying authentication. I said inherit from the parent, inherit from this one only. Don't go authentication again and again and again and again. Click on the save here. Now the first point, what I will do, I will test it. But will it work something for me? I got a 201 response. Let go here and check. Open. Yes, it has been created. Let's say open. Yes, it has been created. Why? Because I'm sure that this time zone is in the US. So it's showing the a day pack or some other time zone it is there. But yes, my incident has been created. Atul, there's a no short description. Yes, there's a no caller. Yes, there's a no assignment group. Yes, because I just sent a blank letter to Rajesh. There's no message in that letter. But this test prove one thing that our API is working fine. The connection has been built successful. Now let's go back and define this thing. Let me refresh it now here. This one, open this. Okay. Come here and okay, come here, HTTP request field mapping. Mid server insert row. I'm missing something or what? Content. Yes, variable structure. Okay, this is for the passing the value. Okay, let's see this thing. Now I have one more method because I know it is a ServiceNow to ServiceNow mapping. So there's a no change on the field, there's a no change on the table, there's a no change on the value. So I can do this thing as well. Auto generate the variables. But did we create the variable as well? Let's see. No, let me come here, authentication. I'm missing something or what? Content, give me a minute, let me check because after a long time I'm doing this thing. Content, this mapping. Okay, yes. So now what I have to do? I have to put the query parameters here. That which field I want to send from my instance to Namrata's instance. So now if you see here, the short description is empty, right? Because I did not map it in my content. So let me open it here and go to short description and copy it. Okay, this is what I'm using the names now. Close this, come here and go to the content. To do this part, we have a specific format. Okay, and this is called the field level mapping now. It is a field level mapping. Put like this. Okay, and then put column and then put dollar and put short description. If it is more than one, then put semicolon, otherwise don't put. What I am doing here, let me tell you. This is what my target. Because as I say, I am doing ServiceNow to ServiceNow integration. So these names will be same. But if I'm doing ServiceNow and any third party tool integration, then this name can be different. Maybe in the remedy, it is called SD only, short description. But in ServiceNow, it's called short underscore description. And now let's save it. I want to just pass the one parameter only. And now I want to do this thing, auto generate variables. What this will mean that it will read this line, okay, and it will generate the variable. Why it's not updating the variable here? Previous script usage auto generate test we have done. Let me do this variable substitutions. I'm passing this test. So it's giving me error. That error message exception while reading request detail. The payload is not valid JSON status failure. It means something is going wrong on this particular part. I'm sure I put some wrong syntax. Let me show you one important document which I always follow. Now to ServiceNow. I generally follow this article a lot of time. This one. A very, very good article, if I say. Yes, here. So let me show you this thing. What we have done so that there should not be any confusion in your mind now. Okay, so we created this thing. We are here. We create the user profile. That's fine. This is what the post method we are doing. Okay. It's saying, okay, this is the format we are using the wrong format actually. This is what it says when you're creating a post method. This should be the syntax we have to be used. This one by this method. Copy it. Maybe it is using some different instance, not the ServiceNow only. So now let's copy it completely. And let's go back our content. And let's replace it. I'll put the complete name DESCRIPTION. And now save this. What this means that from my instance, I am passing this value. It should go to this value, this field in the other instance. Now, Rajesh, I have a question. Atul, do we need to do this for every field which you want to pass? Yes. But it is a one-time activity. Okay. So we are almost on the 75% of our integration now. This is a static integration. When you go and do the test, only then the incident will be get created. But Atul, it's not a practical thing. Practical say I am sitting on my system. I just click on the one button and incident should get created in the next instance. How this can be done? So this will become the base for the second part. Okay, let's go and see this part. So it says this one. Now it's showing preview the script usage, right? ServiceNow is so smart. I'm telling you, before I do this integration, I was thinking it's a very big thing, but now I'm thinking it's very small thing. So now what I have to be do? I have to be create the script for this one. That how the script will be look like. Click on the preview script usage. This and copy as of now. Don't worry. Just listen to me. Copy it as of now. OK. Now let's see what about the testing part. See, it says variable substitutions. Let me go here and here and let me click on this. Or auto generate variables. Yeah, now you can see. Now you can see when I click on the auto generate means what this do. Do you remember that in the transform map, we have a functionality called the auto mapping. This is what we are doing. We are saying that boss, please put all the variables in this format so that I can do the testing here. Now let me click on the test value. Hello, my world. Click OK and click on the test. 201. Go to Namrata's instance. Refresh. See, short description get copied here. Now we done it for the one only. So if you pass multiple fields, you have to be do for the multiple times. And at last, you need to create the preview script usage. Because this script we are going to be used in our business rule. In our business rule, because when I say I want a runtime integration, then it will be done only and only help with the business rule. When the record inserted in this instance, only then it should get created in the Amarta's instance as well. This is what we have to be do via scripting only. For a quick check. Any question, guys? Any doubt? Rajesh, Will, Trevor. Any doubt? Any question? Good, Rajesh. Good.
Uh, so is there any limitation at all on what cannot be integrated? So
Everything can be integrated. As of now, my experience, everything can be integrated. See, the only point is that you need only three things for the integration: endpoint, table level mapping, and the field level mapping. Rest everything can be done. Data messaging, everything you can do in the runtime only. As say, I'm saying, with the help of ServiceNow, you can integrate ServiceNow on the WhatsApp as well. So it means if you send a specific message via WhatsApp on a specific number, it will get an incident for you in the ServiceNow. So up to this limit we already reach. I will see that if I can install Microsoft Team plugins and can we do the Teams and ServiceNow integration as well. This is what I learned in the World Forum when I went to London. So one of the guy from the Microsoft, he told me, he showed me this thing, that how the integration can be work. Okay, now the last part of this particular discussion. Atul, this is static. Okay, working fine. I'm agree. Now what to do when I create an incident in my instance? It should get created in the Namrata's instance. For this, I am going to create a business rule. Business rule here. click new and let put let put table incident and click on the advanced because we need to do the scripting here. Simple. So I said after business rule 100 after inserted, go to advanced and copy here the code. Simple. This is the code which we get from the profile, right? I just copy pasted this thing here only. What it's saying that there's a REST message has been created, which is named as the REST Namrata's dev 140 post incident is the method I'm going to be use. And under this, I'm going to be use these things. Yes, I copy half portion only. Let me open it again. Message. Post and preview script usage. Yes, I said no, I just copied the half. Oh, I did not able to see. Yes, only half I copy. Let me copy from here. Copy and paste it here. And let's do a formatting. Yeah. So now this is what we have to make a change. What I'm saying here that I created a outbound message called this. Under this, there is a method called the post incident. Under the post incident, I'm passing the short description, but hello my world. This is wrong because this is again static one. So what I have to do, I have to put like this. It will be current dot short description, that what I'm getting in the current record, put that only. This one, current dot short description, because it's a business rule. What I'm saying again, that I am passing the short description, which is currently in my incident, should be copied in the short description, and with the help of this post method, via this thing, it should go and create the incident in the Namrata's instance. Why showing any extra? Okay, let me remove this. No, it is giving me some other error. Let's see what is the error. Current dot short description. Let me check. Otherwise, we will fail it here. See, it says copy like this. Current dot short description. Your work done. So that is the thing I'm saying. Nothing to be worry here. Atul, I don't know what to write, what code should be there. No, nothing. It will be done automatically for you. You need to be just understand that what you have to be do. Current dot short description. Why it's not copying it here? Let me try to save this. Could not save JavaScript problem number 25. I guess one more parenthesis is missing. Oh, तो missing parentheses. What else is left now? JavaScript number 26 column 2 problem is equal to missing in parentheses in frame. What is missing here now? Let me copy this code from here completely. Sometimes it happens when we do the copy pasting, na, it happens. Acha, okay, yeah, current previous is missing. This method is missing. Let's replace this one because our field is short underscore DSCRIPTIOI. This one. And now save this. It's work fine for us. Oops. Wait, we have to make a change here as well because ours is this one. Okay, current short description, this, JSON, found ID. Oh yeah. Let me remove and that is reason I never prefer to do this kind of a copy pasting work. Let's do one thing. Let's get a new business rule. And let me discard this, otherwise it will get a problem for us. Active false. Let me get a new one. Because after copy pasting, a lot of things has been changed. So better I'll create a new one. Now why it's taking time? Okay. So I'll put this one. Dev 143957 86271. This incident. Advance. Go here. Copy paste everything. Come here. Go to advance. Open it. Come here and paste it. And just update to the this one, right? Current dot short description. Let's copy paste from here itself. This is the benefit, or this is the time when you take a benefit of the SN utilities. This one and this. Go here when to run after insert and see. Now let's try our luck. Go here, create an incident because I am just passing the short description. So it will update only the short description there, nothing else. Create new. Save. Good. Let's go here, Namatha's instance and refresh the list. See, it has been created. So now this is a runtime integration. If you want to pass some update from Namatha's instance to my instance, then you have to go and create an API here, outbound message here, where you have to mention my instance name and you have to put the post there with a specific identifier. That if this instance is updated, then only this instance should get updated in the other part. So now what homework you have to be do? If you already have one instance with you, then you can do the integration with my instance. I just added one here. So like I just added the short description, right? So you can add description and then with the help of the script usage, you can do this testing. Come back here. Tell me any doubt, any question. Trevor, Rajesh, Namrata, sorry, Pooja and Well. No question, no doubt. Okay, let me revise this concept so that everybody should be on the same page. So what we have done in the integration part, we started from the API discussion. That what is API? Why? Because instead of writing the API address, I copy pasted from the ServiceNow itself. That is the number one point. As a consultant, I need to be understand that what is the overall process of the module on the third party tool, then the table level mapping, then the field level mapping we have to be seen. Okay, after doing this part, we need to be create an outbound message which you want to be achieved. You want to send anything or you want to receive anything. If you want to send, then you have to create the post method. If you want to receive, then you have to put the get method here. So by default, if you see here, it is a get method. Let me show you here. See, let me go back here. Rest messages. This one you can see here. It is a default is a this one. Default is get. Let's open it and see. There's nothing they have mentioned. So as of now, if you run this get method, it will not work anything for me because I'm not able to sending any identifier which can go in Namrata's instance and find it for me. Let's say test. Will it work something for me? 200C. It failed because if I say go to Namrata's house, bring this thing for me, but I'm not mentioning that what need to be bring here. So in this case, it can fail. So carefully we have to mention. Then we created a post method. In the post method, we are just passing one variable. You can create n number of variables. User, caller, anything you want, you can create, and then you have to do the auto generation so that the field should get generated from there, and then you can do a round of testing by help of the test UI action in the bottom. And once you've done that part, you can go and copy the script from here. In the post method, you get a script, and with the help of that script, you can create a business rule, and that will work on the runtime integration for you. This is what the end-to-end ServiceNow to ServiceNow integration we done just now. Now, question clarification, anybody has, please ask. Trevor, Rajesh, Pooja and Will. Okay, good.
I'm good.
Yes, go ahead, Rajesh, your question.
Yeah, I'm good for now.
Okay, good. But the thing is that please do the practice for this. It is important. Otherwise, you will forget. I am truly speaking. Before I teach this thing in the class, I go through my register or my previous notes that what the steps has been mentioned, because I'm not using it day in day out, so I forget the things. So better I do the also revise the things and then show you here. So if you want to get a little command, do the practice today itself. So my instance is there. You can take it your personal one more instance, and then you can do the integration there. Okay. No other question. Let me stop the recording and take a quick attendance now.